Here at Carleton, we have a program called Studio First, which is a stepping stone to a 3-year Master of Architecture degree. It is possible to enter graduate studies in architecture with baccalaureate degree at any other field.
I've always been really interested in architecture, and as I was looking up grad schools and how to apply to them, I came across Studio First. I don't have a background in design. I did my undergraduate degree in English literature, so I had no idea what schools were looking for in terms of a portfolio or how to even begin creating one. Studio First was great because they taught me exactly what schools were looking for, and I basically created my whole portfolio during the program. I also learned softwares like Adobe Suite, AutoCAD, Rhino, which are all softwares I had never used before.
Even though we're going to be online, it's an amazingly interactive program with a lot of one-on-one learning time with your professor, as well as group and collaborative learning opportunities. So working online for Studio First means that we often have, for example, group lectures at the beginning of every class where everybody comes together. We have warm-up activities. We also have group discussions. We have a chance to talk about relevant topics to the project that you're on at that time. Over the time that we work with you in Studio First, you'll have an assignment that you're slowly developing the design and plan and program for, and the drawings as well. And within that time, we meet with you one-on-one to discuss your ideas and how they're translating to the drawings that you're producing.
Coming from an engineering background with my interest in structures and building design, I want to explore more of the creative and the conceptual aspects of buildings, and that eventually led me in the direction of architecture. So when Studio First came around, I thought it was a great opportunity to develop a fundamental understanding of architectural design, kind of touch on the brief history of architecture, as well as introduce me to some of the software and programs that are used in the field. I still use a lot of the software programs in my engineering coursework today, so it's kind of been a great way of integrating what I know in engineering and combining it with the architectural knowledge that I developed from the course.
The Digital Lab will be your gateway course into the world of architectural representation, where together we'll outline basic drawing theories, understand different drawing styles and techniques, as well as establish connections between physical and digital-based platforms. Together we'll focus on creative cloud programs like Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, and Adobe InDesign to graphically represent and interpret 2D and 3D modeling information made in AutoCAD and Rhino 6. Our workshops will draw upon each of your 3 studios and the assignments given within them to refine your own architectural language and creative workflows. We'll use a combination of hand drawing, photography, collage, and model making to develop your communication skills and prepare you for a graduate level education in architectural studies.
You'll have an opportunity to work on a series of different projects and a series of different themes and kind of narratives within architecture that make you think about space very differently. So how do we put space together? How do we start to analyze and understand spatial considerations? How do we start to actually design space? By the time you leave the program, not only will you have an ability to think spatially and analyze space spatially, and think about architecture in such diverse methods and diverse ways, you'll also have the technical skills that go with that, from digital drafting to hand drawing and hand drafting to thinking about multimedia.
I think one of my biggest concerns getting into architecture school was my portfolio. I think Studio First really did help me out when preparing my portfolio, especially in terms of layout and organizing the projects that I wanted to include in it.
The teachers were all so helpful and provided so much guidance that I can confidently say I don't believe I would have gotten into Carleton's Masters of Architecture program without doing Studio First.